Today is Thursday, December 10th. I want to apologize for those who have subscribed to the new YouTube channel called Tom Fisher, because I'm going to delete that channel because it's too confusing, because the names are too close and it's causing some confusing problems for me with YouTube and all that I don't need to get into. So I want to apologize for wasting your time clicking on that link and subscribing. There's only going to be the one channel called Thomas Fisher that's been up for years. I want to give a testimony real quick. But before I do, I want to mention that in yesterday's video, I spoke a little bit about how young people get healed easily, even if they're living in sin. But one of the things I've noticed about young people in not getting healed is that when I come across a young person that's very angry or aggressive, or has a mocking spirit on him, it's not so easy. They don't receive. And I had an experience in a supermarket where I walked up to three young kids. I felt the power of the Lord, and I walked up to three young kids, and I told them what I do, and immediately one of them, a girl, left. And I'm talking to two young kids here. One was very aggressive and angry looking, which is the reason why I spoke about that, and which is fear. And then the other kid was humble looking, and he had a pinky finger that was bent, and there was no pain there, but it was bent and it wasn't going back, and from a athletic injury. And I prayed for him, and nothing happened. And I talked to him a little bit more, and then I left, and I was a little confused. And immediately the Spirit of the Lord brought to my remembrance a testimony I had where I was in a group of men, believers, and one of them I felt the power of the Lord for. I spoke to him about what he needed healing for, and he said he had really bad pain in both his legs from the knees down. And so I prayed for him, and when I did, there was another brother standing next to him who put his hand on the brother's shoulder that I was praying for, and when I prayed, nothing happened. And I felt very strongly in my spirit that it was because of the brother standing next to him, because I knew this brother standing next to him was living in sin, and just not walking with the Lord. And so I took the brother aside who needed to be healed privately, and I prayed for him again, and his legs were on fire. He said he was so descriptive with how hot his legs were feeling that I think it's the most fire anybody's ever felt, me praying for him. And of course, all the pain went away. And I said, now, what's the difference between the first time I prayed for you and the second time? And he couldn't figure it out. So I explained to him, I said, so-and-so is not walking with the Lord. You know, he goes to church regularly, he's in fellowship with us, but we all know he's not walking with the Lord. And he was like, oh, yeah, he knew what I was talking about. And so the Lord just doesn't show his glory for certain reasons. And with the young kids in the supermarket, you know, it's like the word also says that we shouldn't be like hanging around with friends that are not. Bad company corrupts good character, right? And so, like, I believe this young humble kid, even though the Lord is willing to heal him, needs to separate himself from some kid that is very aggressive and fearful and angry like this. And so I think you can take this into consideration. I know some believers won't believe this. In fact, those who preach grace inaccurately will say, no, nothing can stop the power of God. And I agree, nothing can stop the power of God. But God decides who he's going to heal and when he's going to heal. We're conduits of his power, and we're supposed to be led by the Spirit doing what he's telling us to do. Heck, I prayed for a woman one time whose hand was closed in a fist for 32 years. And I cast a demon out of her hand, and she was doing this for the first time in 32 years. Okay? And you would open up her hand, pull it open, and then when you let go, it would spring back closed again. And this went on for 32 years, and she said that I have really bad arthritis. She had plenty of people praying for her over the years, and nothing would happen. I said, no, you got a demon there. So like I said, I spent 10 minutes casting a demon out, and she was doing this for the first time in 32 years. And it's like, and then I had words of knowledge that her mom was into witchcraft and all that. So I had her repenting all this stuff and all, blah, blah, blah. But she was a really humble, nice lady. She wasn't living in sin and being aggressive. So, like, how much easier it is to get a little pinky finger straightened out, it's only been hurt for 2 weeks with a young kid, as opposed to a woman that's 32 years like this. So anyway, it's something to chew on. So thanks for watching, and God bless you guys.